Here's why you play Khaleed, the Desert Scimitar in the EXP lane. First off, he has strong area damage that can pull enemies towards him. He also boasts sustained healing, allowing him to outlast opponents in long engagements. His skills make him incredibly versatile, capable of both dealing damage and absorbing it. However, Khaleed is skill dependent, requiring precise timing and positioning to maximize his effectiveness. He is also vulnerable to crowd control, which can interrupt his abilities and leave him exposed. Khaleed's passive ability, Sand Walk, allows him to accumulate desert power while moving. Once fully charged, Khaleed glides on the sand, gaining increased movement speed and empowering his knight's basic attack to deal extra damage while slowing the enemy. This passive is crucial for Khaleed's mobility and engagement potential, giving him the edge in both chasing down enemies and escaping dangerous situations. You should use Sand Walk to initiate fights or to quickly reposition during battles, catching enemies off guard with the speed boost and empowered attack. Khaleed's skill 1, Desert Tornado, lets him whirl his scimitar, dealing area damage to enemies and pulling them towards him. This skill can be used up to 3 times in a row, making it a powerful tool for both clearing waves and dealing burst damage in team fights. Khaleed's skill 2, Quicksand Guard, provides him with significant sustain by restoring his health and reducing incoming damage. While channeling, he also slows nearby enemies, making it difficult for them to escape. This skill can easily turn the tide of battles, especially when used at the right moment. You should activate Quicksand Guard in the heat of a battle to maintain your presence in a fight, but be mindful of its channeling time as it can be interrupted by enemy control effects. Khaleed's ultimate ability, Raging Sandstorm, allows him to ride the sandstorm, charging toward a designated location while knocking enemies along the way. Upon reaching the destination, Khaleed slams the ground, dealing massive damage and stunning enemies. This skill is ideal for initiating team fights or catching fleeing enemies, and it also fully charges his desert power, readying him for further combat. You should use Raging Sandstorm to engage in team fights, aiming to hit as many enemies as possible with the knockback and stun. The immunity to crowd control effects during the charge makes it a safe and effective initiation tool. Moving on to builds, I suggest building Warrior Boots, Blade of the Heptases, Malefic Roar, Sea Halberd, Oracle, and Blood Rings. These are the emblems that go along with this build. As per usual, I suggest more experienced players to build items depending on the enemy team's composition, instead of using a pre-built setup to maximize your win rate. As for Battle Spells, Execute is great for securing kills on low health enemies, while Flicker offers additional mobility, which can be crucial for both engaging and escaping. Khaleed excels against heroes who lack mobility spells, such as Valier and Aldous. However, he struggles against heroes with strong crowd control, like Cho and Kufra, who can easily interrupt his skills and make him vulnerable. You should upgrade Skill 1 at level 1 and prioritize upgrading Skill 1 with Skill 2 as backup. Upgrade the ultimate whenever it is available. Moving on to tips and tricks. Khaleed thrives in extended engagements due to his sustain and area damage. Positioning is key. You should use Sandwalk to initiate or escape, depending on the situation. Having a second skill is crucial. Activate it when you anticipate heavy damage or need to prolong a presence in a fight. Remember that your ult can be used both offensively and defensively. Initiate fights or use it to disengage when things get tough. Keep an eye on enemies with crowd control abilities as they can easily interrupt your Quicksand Guard and leave you vulnerable. Lastly, make sure to use your Desert Tornado strategically, pulling in as many enemies as possible to maximize your damage output in team fights.